Wanted to do a quick tutorial on how I use Google Docs. Um, I could also use Forms for this as well, but Google Docs because I do the instructions on this. Flash animation because I'm using Chromebooks now. And then one additional Web 2.0 tool that I use, the Desmos calculators. So I posted something similar to this on Google Plus earlier. I just wanted to show how I did this. So one of the first things I use are flash animations, and I've used them for years, but now with Google Docs it makes it a lot easier to give the instructions to the students all in one place. So the way I get my flash animations is in chemistry I'm going over gas laws. So I would just do a search for gas laws, and then what I do is I go into the advanced search for Google. I'm not sure if the other services use this, but I always use Google search. So I go into advanced search, and then again it shows exactly what I typed in before. Now I go into file type. So I'm going to click on file type, and any format I go all the way down to Shockwave Flash. Again, this wouldn't work on iOS devices because they don't support Flash. So I'll click on Shockwave Flash and I'll just do advanced search. So the nice thing is you can see it gives me a lot of Flash animations, and they used to just be animations, but now they've got some Flash paper, so somebody's notes can be on there. So I basically just go through each one of these and see which one basically fits my needs. So this one, like I mentioned, this is a Flash paper, but they have something similar to what I'm doing, giving instructions on what to do for Flash animations. So in this case I actually picked this gas law simulator, and I liked it because you can actually reduce the pressure and the volume and the temperature all in one place. So in this case I'm decreasing the volume. If I refresh it, I can actually lock the volume, and now if I heat or cool it to raise the temperature or lower the temperature, now the pressure changes. And then I could put it back, or if I click on the pump, right, it actually puts in more pressure due to the larger number of particles that we added there. So now that I've got the flash animation I'm going to use, basically I just highlight it, I do Control C to copy it, and then I have already written up my instructions, so I'm just going to highlight where I want them to click on for the animation. Right, I'm going to insert the link, and I'm going to paste the link here. Again, I could do Control V, but in this case I just want to show what I'm doing, and then apply. So in that case now we have a live hyperlink to the flash animation. So basically what I had the students, and in this case I gave some lower limits that they wouldn't go past, just so we can say that we're working with something we're working with that's reasonable. And apparently I misspelled temperature, so there you go. So this way all I have to do is share this one document. They'll have the instructions on what they have to do. They have the link to the animation. They have the link to the Desmos calculator. In this case what I wanted them to do is just go through the steps of the animation itself on the Desmos calculator. In this case they were supposed to insert a table, right, and I'm just going to put in some numbers so we could have to work with here. Right, and as they were entering them, I wanted them to see that you could automatically see the points being put on here. I did show them that they can manipulate the data here on your X and Y axis, so it's something that they could easily see. So in this case I'll just change this to 0 and 6, so it falls within that particular limit, and then we'll say 0 and 12 for this one, so that way they could easily see the dots for their measurements. And again, they could have used something like Google Sheets to graph the data and so on, but I just wanted to give them an additional tool. So I've done this for a lot of my chemistry sections. So there's a lot of animations out there. Instead of my bad stick figure theater on trying to show what's happening to the molecules, I use an animation. But I've used this to show other teachers how they could use it for biology, how they could use it for physics, and again, instead of SWF files, they could be linking to HTML5 type setups as well. Also, I've shown social studies how they could use it. There's a lot of flash animations out there for using maps or other things. Historical movement of troops and so on are out there. Used it for math a lot as well. I've shown teachers how they can use it for math. and even English. So hopefully you can use this in one way or the other. I'm barely working with a class set of Chromebooks, so I haven't really gotten into using Google Classroom, but I think this would be perfect on giving assignments on Google Classroom as well. So I hope this helps.